everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm here for another reality show roundup. It seems that these reality show stars, it's always something in the news about them. Well, this new story is about everyone's beloved Big Ange. You know, she's Big Ange from Mob Wives, and we all know sadly that Big Ange died from cancer earlier this year. Well, the reason why I come in with this story is because apparently her husband Neil is going to be throwing a disco theme party in honor of the LGBT community and other charities that Big Ange, when she was alive, supported. The only problem is her family believes that he's doing this to profit off of Big Ange's name. They say that they are very much still in mourning, and this is not something that they're ready, to see without her being there. They say that her children are beyond grief. This is still so soon after Big Ange died. Now, there is conflicting information about, the status of Neil and Big Ange when she actually left this earth. Some stories say that, yes, he was there, and then other stories say that they were estranged. Now, what I keep going back to is that day on the show when Big Ange was really sick and she was yelling at him and she wanted him out of her house because, she was dealing with everything that she was dealing with. I only hope that, he is doing this to honor her and it's nothing shady about this, because it is really sad. And if Big Ange left here in February, it is a bit soon. Those kids are still raw. They have lost their mother, and maybe this was not, the best time. Maybe next year would have been good, because at least it would have put a little distance between, the time their mother passed and the time for this type of celebration. I don't know. I just fall on the side of Big Ange's family. I think it's too soon. The next one up is Jules Weinstein of Real Housewives of New York. Recently, it's been reported that her and her husband are going through a very messy divorce. Apparently, Jules caught him in the act of cheating. And when she caught him, she didn't file for divorce. He did. But just recently, Jules called the New York police and said that she felt that she was in an unsafe situation with her husband and she needed them to get there. Now, when New York police got to her apartment, they surrounded the apartment and they took her husband out in handcuffs along with their child. Now, I don't know why the child was being taken out with the husband, but I guess their son was taken with him. Now, we all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I've been watching this New York cast, and they have just as many problems, just as much drama as the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know when these reality show persons come on and they are married, it seems like these shows are a disaster for a married couple. But in this case, they said that this couple had problems before they came on the show, that they're newcomers. But they're saying that once they came on the show, those problems that they, previously had, they just came out more in the open while they were filming. So looks like these two are on the outs, and from, the police surrounding their apartment, looks like he was there trying to kick her ass or something. So let's keep a watch and see what happens with this couple and how this plays out on the show. I'm telling you, these people need to stay off these shows with their marriages because they're a disaster. Okay, so the last one on the list is Khloe Kardashian and O.J. Simpson. So reportedly, there is a guard at the prison where O.J. is housed. He claims that he overheard a conversation between O.J. and Khloe, where Khloe is begging him to take a paternity test to prove if he's her father. Now, we all know that Chris, her mom, admitted that she did have an extramarital affair when she was married to Robert Kardashian. You know, he was one of the attorneys on OJ's trial. And this guard says that OJ, refused, and he said that it was a family matter between Khloe and her mom. Now, I don't know. The only reason why I have a little, I don't know, thing about this is, first of all, the first paternity test Khloe should have is with her siblings, because that would show whether she's by Robert Kardashian, because, we all have said that Khloe doesn't look like the rest of them. So once she has that test, if she hasn't already had it, and it proves that she was not fathered by the senior Robert Kardashian, then go looking at that point for who else could be her father, since her mother seems not to, be willing to tell her. Now, just looking at the two, I don't know. The eye can see anything that it wants to see. Now, one thing we are seeing is that she definitely doesn't look like the other ones. So, they were all running in the same circles. And by they, I mean Chris and OJ and Nicole, and all of them were running into, in the same circles. So, did Kris Jenner betray Nicole Simpson, Nicole Brown Simpson, and sleep with OJ? We'll never know. The only way that we will is if OJ takes that paternity test. Now, my feeling is that OJ, if he did have a relationship with Kris Jenner, maybe the reason why OJ doesn't want to take the test is because, OJ has always maintained his innocence, that he only loved Nicole, and that, that there was nothing bad between them. He didn't kill her. And I believe that maybe the reason why OJ doesn't want to have this test, it would start to crack and crumble some of this story that he's been saying for years. It would make people that believe that he didn't kill her start to question, everything surrounding that murder. Now, that's just my opinion. I think it's a lot deeper than he doesn't want to upset her, or he doesn't want to break something that him and Kris Jenner promised that they wouldn't tell. I don't know. This just seems a bit weird. This whole Khloe and OJ thing, I don't know. I believe that maybe she is his child, now that I think about it. I believe maybe that Kris did mess around with him. Ooh, she's a bitch, ain't she? She much like her daughters are today, because they're from one man to another. So I'm going to be looking out for this one to see how this plays out. Will Khloe ever know who her dad is? Thanks for watching, and catch me in the next reality show roundup. You guys have a great day.